years ago in the film world with Holes, and here we are, years later, and it's like it's a chance to resonate with a different demographic. The book still require reading book, and then the kids get a chance to watch the movie right afterwards. But we live in an age now with technology, so these kids are seeing something that they're instantly attached to, and they get a chance to run right to social media, to YouTube, and you see my page, and see all the gaming aspects. So constantly, she said, changing with the times and keeping everything fresh.
I would say for me, it's always been quality and quantity, just because month to month, you never really know. It's all performance based. So you never really know. It's not like a consistent YouTube check, a consistent TikTok. It's just like the money changes all the time. So for me, I kind of just put a lot into all of my interests, which is YouTube, TikTok and Instagram are hitting down, Twitch, and I kind of just try to make a bunch of quality content for all of that so that it all just turns into, even if it fluctuates, it all turns into something big.
For me, I'd say it's really about trying new things. From content creation to trying filmmaking to gaming and experimenting in general. I feel like trial and error has helped me prevail in a lot of different ways, and it's got me in different rooms I never even thought I could be in. But it's because I took the content a bit more seriously and actually tried to expand for long term type of content, things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's really about using the platforms to get to basically like your spider web, because none of these platforms you can guarantee what your income's going to be. I remember when Logan Paul had that Suicide Forest thing, and everybody on YouTube lost ad money for like a year. Nobody else did that, but everybody else was punished because of Adpocalypse. I don't know if y'all remember that. Yeah, and then platforms decide. Seems like day by day, whether Facebook was paying for hella for a while, and then they were like, no more. Reels was paying, and they weren't. So my approach is to get people into my personal funnel with something I can't control. I can't control the algorithm or how much any other platform is paying, but I can control how many tickets I sell, merch, things like that. So I use social media to attract people to me, on to my shows, and that's a much more consistent income that is less dependent on whether this video goes viral or not, because that part is not magical at all.
Amen. So with that, with what Kev said, I think that's what a lot of you all are doing. Just talk about merch as an example, because Kev, you're doing merch, but you're also you're taking people straight to comedy shows. A lot of you all do merch. So I would love for you all to kind of double tap on where Kev was going, on like how you all approach your merch or activations or comedy shows, whatever leading people to create a fun. Okay.
Yeah, for me, I kind of think of myself like a musician. Like a lot of artists don't make a lot of money on the physical sales of music. It's like streaming and YouTube. But then people come to their shows, they make more money off that, or they buy merch. So that if it costs me $5 to make a T-shirt and I can sell it for $30, that's $25 in my own money. So really, it's about making true fans as opposed to like having millions of people who might like one video. Because TikTok, for example, you can go viral, but those people don't even really know who you are. They're just watching that video. But if you can get true fans, you can really make a substantial living with a couple thousand really true fans. It's much better than, I'd rather have 10, 15,000 true fans than like millions and millions of people who just double tap. Because double tap doesn't cost you anything, it doesn't pay you anything. But a fan who's like, I'll give you $5 a month because I support you, that is something you can pay your bills with.
Man, I want to ask you, because you do longer form content for longer movies. How are you going about that as well?
So merch is like a 50-50 thing for me right now, but it's definitely something I'm going to start working on when it comes to my original that I'm working on right now. I feel like merch starts at the idea, like where you're inspired by, what's the message. I feel like if you can create something that people can feel like attached to, or you believe in it, so people believe in it, I feel like that's the most genuine way to connect to people and to actually get attractive customers to what you're trying to sell.
Love that. Pat, you do a lot with your clouding. So talk about how you come up with different iterations and ideas, so I would love for you to share.
Yeah, so my approach is a little bit different just because my focus is behind the scenes. I don't really think of it as merch. I don't have like shirts that say like Patrick Cloud or my face on it. I have a brand called Protect Your Life, and my focus is more like design. So I like having, my approach to merch is not really, you don't really know it's by me unless you recognize the symbol, like the little cloud or anything. So because of that, I kind of just market it a little bit differently.
I'll think of like, wearing it in a podcast or videos, that follow certain trends to kind of get people that not only are, in my fan base, but people that are just like, oh, that's a cool shirt. I don't think it's attached to any type of creator. I just like that shirt or the shorts or whatever. So that's kind of how I try to do the traditional thing, because at one point I wanted to be like a spin-off that's a designer brand, but also, a streetwear brand, so I don't outprice my followers too.
I gotta give, because all y'all are doing good stuff, it's still different. So Cleo, what about you?
For me, I designed my signature brand based off my personality as a collector. I like to put out very limited edition drops, and that's more of a long form play, right? Having 5 designs or 10 designs, that's it. And that's all people are going to get a chance to get. And then here we are 3-4 years later, and I was able to up until like, okay, only 500 shirts go available, and that is it. And that long form play from way back then was helped Sacred and grow exponentially over the years. Not only that, launching the sister company, Miami, which stands for Goddess Living in Months Man, was designed by my mom and my little sister, who were able to put all these different designs in the space of gaming and anime-inspired merch. So that's how the merch will come in. So.
Talk about what you do for creators, you have a lot of good creators too.
Yeah, so I kind of made the mistake that Vader talked about that you don't want to do, like just kind of be aimlessly. So when I was doing like the shirts, because I think that's the thing every creator starts with, content creators, we start with t-shirts all the time. And so it kind of was like an ebb and flow. So the thing that I've actually started doing, I started last year, but it's kind of been a long development process, but my brand is the hat. So my husband originally sewed this hat that I use for the channel. I'm still working with the company to make it, mass produce it, so that way a lot more people can get it. So having something with signature to my channel and with more of a purpose.
Great, great. Now with that, I want to ask you all a question. How do you guys balance the creative process of creating your content with making money? How is that working for you all? And Christine, we start with you. How does that balance work between like, hey, I want to get this video's gonna run out, but then also how to monetize, whether that be get to the algorithm or creative content?
So it is kind of like a